Look, I've got light and everything. This is amazing. I'd forgotten about this gadget. It's a bendy thing that you can throw your phone with a light. So now my videos might start looking a little bit more professional. Give me chances. Only 10 years. Ooh. Strobe lights. Oh, you can have natural light too. Oh. Anyway, this isn't the point of this video. I've been sidetracked once again. Firstly, I can't wait for my haircut, which is in 25 hours and 21 minutes. Yay! Although, quite frankly, I'm just happy to have hair at this stage, so I don't really mind about it being too much. Because a lot of people are bored at my age. I'm a bit thin on top, and it is going that way. So I will have a hair transplant sooner or later, when I'm working again and can afford it. Anyway, yeah, so this video, I don't know whether this falls into a top tips or to a talking point, because I am interested in other people's views on this as well. If you know anything about me at all, I never say things as if it's fact. Like, my opinions are obviously opinions. So, and this is one of those things where it is opinion. So if you ask me a tachograph question, I will answer it with a fact, because why am I even trying to describe this to you? It's like 101, everybody knows this. So yeah, so this is my opinion on a subject that comes up often, so many times. So as I've said before, you get young drivers, old drivers, but I had lots of people email me, some in their 50s and 60s even, who have changed their career sometimes because of me. They always wanted to drive lorries, but they ended up drifting off into something else because they tried it with me as well at school. They try and put you off a lot of the time, and it's seen as a lowly job and whatnot. So some people get pushed into careers, because we all need a career, we all need to earn money and blah blah to live. But yeah, I was too bloody minded to be pushed about by anybody. So yeah, so I have messages like that from people in their 50s and 60s and whatnot and 40s. So one thing, just quickly mention, like one bloke messaged me, he was 45 and he was worried he was too old to change careers to become a lorry driver. But that's like, as I say, most companies would take a new pass 45-year-old long before they take a new pass 21-year-old. It's a bit of that's one of the failings of this industry, is a little bit ageist, and there are people in there, and the average age is like 50 something. So it's partly why I'm doing what I do, because I want to attract more young people into the industry, because it will die otherwise. We need them. We need you. Come to us. Be proud of your industry. So I know, Ryan, the other question, which is what this is all about, and it's only taken me 3 minutes and 17 seconds to get here, is I get lots of questions from people who have dreamed of doing things like Europe or even just tramping. Again, to reiterate what's in another video, like, there is no hierarchy. All jobs are equal. All that matters is you're doing a job you want. But anyway, so these people often have families and stuff. I was going to say I'm lucky, but like most people would consider being in your mid-40s and living alone as and single as really unlucky, but it's how I want my life to be. I've no interest really in meeting anybody for that sort of thing. And children, never for a split second have I ever thought about wanting children, but obviously that's different for a lot of people. And so the question I always get is, what about my family? What about my kids? And things like that, which is absolutely fair enough. But so I'm just going to use the example of my dad. My dad, well, if you've seen the posts, he was a mechanic up until his early 40s, and then he was a driver. But if you see the posts, me and my brother used to play in transport yards and stuff. But the one thing about my dad is he wasn't around a huge amount when we were kids. My mum looked after us because she gave up work herself to bring up her family. And yeah, but Dad worked so much, so we didn't really see him that much. His weekends were some of the only times we would see him. And so coming on to the point is, people worry about it being a boy for their children, And yes, takes getting used to. But my view has always been, you're better to be a good, happy dad, and there are only weekends or every other weekend, than you are a miserable, disappointed dad who's home every night. All dad's children have become, we're like best friends, same with mum, but same with dad, like, and not many people can say that, I don't think. And so, like, he wasn't around a huge amount. He was always out earning money for us as a family, because we have very different views on money. Dad's really careful with money, and I'm just a bit of a idiot. So yeah, it's a decision you have to come to yourself, with your children, with your wife and whatnot, or partner. But having a family and having a children isn't an automatic block to doing this job. And often, because you see them less, the times you do see them, you do often make do more exciting things and stuff because of it. Yeah, and obviously I went with Dad in his lorry a lot as a kid. But yeah, that's all there is to it, really. That's all I'm saying. I'll try to stop talking now while it's still under 10 minutes. But yeah, you can be a good dad and you can be away. That's all I mean. That's all there is to it. Says the childless single man in his 40s. But I'm just using the experience of my own dad. Yeah, I look back and I never in a million years do I ever think back and think, oh, I missed out on so much. We gained a lot more because of the dad's work and the way we were. So yeah, don't let it put you off. Again, obviously, as I say, you need to make that own decision with your kids and your wife. I mean, you do need a partner as well that's happy for you to be away and for them to take all the responsibility, which is what Mum was. So that's another thing that you need to discuss. But like I say, don't see having children as just an automatic block. You can work through it, work out whether it's right for you or whether it's not. And you can be a good or amazing father and not be around that much. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yes, Bertie has fathered about 15 children across Europe. Haven't you, Bertie? Bertie, are you there? Oh, he's gone out. Young lady came around for I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, having a family is not a block. That's the whole point of this video, and I spent 8 minutes talking about that. God, I'm so lucky. I wish I'd shut up sometimes. Anyway, it's Monday, start of the week. Have a great week, everyone. I hope it all goes to plan. The weather's not awful. The temperature's not bad. Let's go onward! You're back early from your time out with your lady friend Bertie? Yes. She was awful. She shit on the pavement. Well, I suppose that's what happens when you date a dog. Are you being funny with me, boy? Go and make my soup. Oh, just a quick one to note as well is I used to get loads of comments on my blog, but then a freaky stalker turned up and I sort of had to lock them down, but they're open again now. It doesn't matter where you comment YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. But if you want to comment on my blog itself at the bottom, please do. Feel free to do so. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, and you don't need to have an account. You can leave them anonymously. Yes. Oh, and also, I've unsubscribed to loads of emails, so now I've cleaned up my lorry driver email. So if you need any questions or advice or anything, I will try and help you and endeavour to do the best I can. And if I don't know, I will ask online, so maybe other people will know. So yeah, lorrydriverluke@live.com. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and share and like and whatever you call them. I'm a YouTuber.